Yo,
Everybody.
yo. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Leroy. Got most of the show with me tonight. It is a special night, ladies
Hey,
and
we're just missing
gentlemen.
the new dad. That's all.
Yeah, that we just missing one fella, but appreciate got my guy Matt, Trev, Zach all with me here. Already got Nathan in the comments, man. Appreciate everybody who's gonna come through tonight, but how y'all boys
Welcome.
doing this weekend so far?
Dude, big week for the Colts, big week in general, but for the Colts, man, we got so much to talk about today. Other than that, college football is always, hockey is always, but it's a good week, man.
Oh yeah,
Devils won again, so hey, keep that rolling.
Yeah, we
The
always
Sharks,
always.
the Sharks too. We have turned a new leaf. I think
Bro, I
Zach
told
might
you.
have been right.
Yeah, you guys
Celebrini's leading the
you guys
league
are
right
fucking
now,
looking
ain't
good. You guys waxed us like a week ago, dude. I was like, fuck.
he?
I was mad.
I'm hoping it's a change.
I didn't talk shit to him that night. The first time we played him, I was talking shit the whole time.
I was mad.
This time I was like, no.
Celebrini's too good, too young to be that good. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to
Man.
suck for 3 years.
They've been comparing him everywhere. He's got the most points in the league. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, dude.
I do
like
think
that, bro.
I do think the Sharks have the best uniforms in hockey right now.
It's that
Yeah.
teal, bro. I don't know
It's
what
that
color
teal.
it is. My colorblind eyes are like, that's green, but it's
Pretty.
that teal. Like,
It's such a nice uniform, dude. Their colors like just go together perfectly. And
second best uniforms in the league.
And their logo is fire. Right.
Second best
yeah,
uniforms in the league.
Yeah, behind the Devils.
Appreciate
Yeah, absolutely. Behind that N
Right.
and the J,
That
bro.
black,
Yeah.
that black and red, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so
Best time of year.
real quick, let's jump back into some football here. So we're gonna start off with week 9, man. The Baltimore Ravens beat the Miami Dolphins
What's up, Joey?
28-6 on Thursday night. The Niners beat the Giants 34-24. The Chargers beat the Titans 27-20. The Minnesota Vikings surprised the Lions and beat them 27-24. The Falcons lost to the Patriots 23-24. The Denver Broncos beat the Houston Texans 18-15. The Chicago Bears versus the Bengals was a crazy game. 89 total points. Bears win 47-42. The Packers lost to the Panthers 16-13. The Rams beat the Saints 34-10. Jaguars beat the the Las Vegas Raiders in overtime 30-29. The Bills
They
beat
still Oakland.
28-21. The Seahawks beat the Commanders 38-14. The Cardinals beat the Cowboys 27-17. And Thursday night football opening up week 10. The Broncos beat the Raiders. What was it? I think it was 10-7.
Dude, I don't know how long the Broncos are going to keep that up, man. They've got obviously the best defense in football, but at the same time, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, that offense
that was
garbage.
Bro, that entire game, that's the worst Thursday night football game I think I've ever watched.
With Matt Ryan, you think?
No.
It was worse than ours. At least ours had a total of like 19 points.
No, hold on. I think
hey, stop putting
one
Denver
year
on Thursday games. I think that's
there was one year that Jacksonville played on a Thursday night game, and that game was god fucking awful. I can't remember what year it was, but bro. Like Denver, I don't know what's going on with them, man. Because Bo Nix is solid. He's got a decent wide receiver core, a decent running back. And Sean Payton just forgets how to call.
No, man, he's the Mendoza.
It's Bo Nix, bro. He's the problem. He's not been very good.
It's crazy, man. Crazy. I don't know how long they keep it up. They're fucking 8-2. Yeah, 8-2, and they don't score points.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How long can you keep this up? They want to talk about our schedule being bad.
Yeah. Somebody pulled up theirs. Their record is hilarious. Who's it against? And then obviously the Colts lost to the Steelers 20-27. But more important news,
it was Seth's
huge at the trade deadline. The Colts have acquired two-time All-Pro Pro Bowl corner Ahmad Sauce Gardner for 2 first-round picks, and we traded A.D. Mitchell to the New York Jets, man. Huge trade that came in, huge week for us. Obviously, a disappointing loss to the Steelers. The Colts game, obviously the score wasn't as close as it indicated. We got a garbage time field goal at the end there to make it a 7-point game. But ultimately, the story, the tale of the tape for that game was 6 turnovers by the Indianapolis Colts. What was it? +5 turnover margin for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We ended up getting a fumble in the fourth quarter with about 4 minutes left to kind of close in on that game and get it a little bit close. I want to start here really early. I know it's early, but with a little panic or patience. But I don't think we need to panic, Colts fans, at all. It is very rare you see 6 turnovers from one team in a game, let alone 6 in a game from one of the greatest offenses that we.
I think it was just one of those. I don't know. Everybody's like, "Oh, the Steelers have the blueprint." I don't think the Steelers really had a blueprint, man. It was some hoax plays that they got some tipped balls a lot of the times, and TJ Watt is TJ Watt. He's going to disrupt things. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I still personally feel like Seth is the reason why we lost that game.
He cursed us.
He cursed us. When you say break somebody's back, I just felt like it is what it is. But
it was one of those games, man, where just like anything that could go wrong did go wrong. Like we had 5 turnovers, I think, on the season going into that game, and then you have 6 in one game. Like they don't have the blueprint. Nothing went right for us, and then our O-line was getting beat like a drum, which again has not happened up to this point. So it was a lot of anomalies all happening at once, and even then we only lost by 7. Like obviously the game was much worse than a 7-point loss, but
hats
one
off
of those days, man.
Hats off to the defense, man, because we put the defense in a lot of situations that they came
normally
out
would have collapsed.
They made stops. Yeah, they came out. They made stops. Yeah. I mean, Downs muffed a punt, and the defense comes out and makes a stop. It's the defense 100%. Played really well, and I just think I agree. I don't think we should panic at all. Yeah, I think this is just one of those things where if I see it this week, then I might panic a little bit, but I don't see it happening this week.
To me, it was.
I
agree.
Yeah, it was an anomaly.
I still wouldn't even panic if I seen it 2 weeks in a row. I just think there's certain defensive linemen that our tackles struggle against, which we can get into a little bit later down the road. I want to get Zach thoughts as well. But I wouldn't panic even if I saw it again personally. Any thoughts, Zach?
About the Steelers game?
Yeah.
Bro.
What up, Joey?
For me, the offensive line is definitely a big concern. Can't have 2 weeks in a row of that. Like, when your center and your right guard play like rookies, even though they're not, that's a problem. And then you talked about there are certain defensive linemen that give Quentin issues. Cam Hayward is that. It's like blocking a cabinet. Quentin has never.
He's a freak.
Has never done well versus Cam Hayward. It's the one guy in the league that I can consistently say for a fact that I've seen Quentin struggle with every time we play Pittsburgh.
Same dude who blew up Quentin Nelson right into Jacoby's knee and messed up our 5-2 season 2019.
Yeah, every single time they have played, Cam Hayward has gotten the best of Quentin Nelson.
Well, I'd say except for last year. Last year he did. Really good.
He didn't play. He was out. He was hurt.
Was he?
Quentin was?
No, not Quentin, but Cam Hayward was.
Cam. Oh, I don't remember him being out that game. Okay.
Trust me, I got a 06:30 kickoff time.
Yep, same here.
It's early. It's early.
Well, I get up every Saturday and Sunday at 6:30, so it don't really change much for me. But,
I just wake up when I wake up, but this time I'm gonna have to set a fucking alarm, put the goddamn game on.
Yeah, I work third shift, so I will be up until about 2, take a nap, and be up by like 7.
Yeah, that was just one of those games.
Hey, no laundry before this game, just so y'all know. I ain't waking up at fucking 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to do laundry.
So if it's another bad week,
I'm gonna be doing my laundry at 6:30.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch it during halftime. There you go.
Halftime, I'll switch it. Yep.
No, see, my thing is because I roll out of bed at 6:30, which is perfect timing because for some of these overseas games, they started at that time. And what I like is because like when you're watching the game, you got to sit through commercials and everything and all that.
Yeah.
I can literally just kind of watch the game and go through commercials and then skip the whole halftime and then catch right back up with the game. So I don't have to wait for halftime.
Because
I halftime for me is the most dreaded time of every football game. I freaking hate halftime. So.
Listen, Dave, if it's if the game comes on at 06:30, all right, hear me out. I live.
He's trying to put you back at AIT, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I live in an RV, dude, so I don't have like washer dryer. I gotta go to the campgrounds laundromat, so I gotta drive my ass over there. That takes about 3 minutes. Then it's 34 minutes in the washer. Cost me $1.50. Then I got to do a dryer.
It's already too many steps.
Which is $1, and that's an hour. So, and if I want to have it done before the game, that means I got to start that shit at like 3:30 in the morning, my guy. I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. It ain't happening.
It's going to be what it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be celebratory laundry. All right? That's what it'll be.
He's like, I got the rest of the day to knock it.
Yeah.
With the Steelers game, though, I was annoyed that, like, as soon as the game ended, it's like everyone had been waiting for their chance to jump on Daniel Jones. And it was real easy to tell, like, who just did not watch the game at all. They just looked at the box score and they said, oh, he threw some picks. Daniel Jones' time is up. He's back to being trapped. Like, all this bullshit.
He made one bad throw.
100%. He made one bad throw.
One bad throw.
A couple batted balls.
It wasn't even really a bad throw.
The entire time.
It was more like a bad read. Like, he had a bad pre-snap read. That was it, because the ball came out quick. It was just the guy was there. He knew.
Yeah, but it was just the nationwide reaction of like, oh, finally we can criticize Daniel Jones. It's like, all right, you had to wait till fucking week 10 to say something. Like, shut up.
Yeah, and that's my thing too. And that's another thing that goes with it, where it's like, oh, yep, this is the guy we've been waiting for. Like, bro, you've been waiting 9 weeks.
Been waiting a minute.
Get here and say that. Like, come on now, we got to relax, dude. And I know you guys said it was one, but it was two. It was 2 throws that were bad. He got the one picked off to Daniel Jones where he didn't see the underneath defender on the check down, and then also had the one that was to Alec Pierce closer to the end of the game. Yeah. But 4 other turnovers were not on Daniel Jones. And people can sit here and say whatever they want, but I called him Danny Shits all the way up until like week 6. So I don't want to hear anybody trying to call me biased, homer. None of that, dude. I've literally waited and waited to make sure that I wasn't being fooled. And I'm telling you, I watched the entire game. Me and Matt talked for a little bit. I kind of just dropped it after because he's like, I'm done.
Right, I turned it off in the third quarter, and I told him it was still a close game. I felt like we were going to be able to make something happen. I'm not gonna lie, I did get pretty pissed off when Josh Downs muffed that punt. I was pretty upset about that one. But then it was kind of just like when it rains, it pours. Like we got sacked 5 times. Like I said, there was 6 turnovers. Bro, and I mean 6 turnovers, and we were still in the game the entire time.
Yeah,
exactly. It was never like and our defense. Like even like I said, after the muff punt. We went 4 and out and got the ball right back. So our defense played very well.
You can't put them in bad positions that often and expect to win, you know?
Yeah, it was nothing totally surprising.
I also put a little bit of blame on Shane, man. I think he steered away from the run game a little too early, and I was like, I was scratching my head when I think JT touched the ball maybe 3 times in the first quarter, and I was like, oh, okay. What is going on? He is our best player right now. I mean, he's. I think Fox named him like the midway through the season MVP already. Mm-hmm. So it's like, how do you not get him the ball?
Yeah, we followed the the throw to score, run to win formula, and it's worked. Like I'm not gonna sit here and criticize Shane and say, oh, this or whatever. It's worked so far, but we were talking about this in the group chat during that game too. It's like, you got to be able to deviate from that when it's clearly not working. I felt like he just kept waiting for something to pop in the throwing game. And then eventually it's like you dug yourself in such a hole that now you have to throw because there's not enough time to get the run game going. So we just kind of dug ourselves in the hole there.
And that's where the problem kind of lied for me. It wasn't even the throw to score being the problem. It's just the fact that, like, when you put yourself in such a hole and then you force yourself to have to throw.
Yeah.
Like again, as good as Daniel Jones has been and I mean, not even just him. I don't think any quarterback, you shouldn't be throwing the ball 50 times a game. Like that's not a good formula. That's just not like even when Justin Herbert threw. I want to say he threw like 46 to 48 passes against us.
He threw 55. 55.
Oh, was it 55? Okay.
And speaking of that, I love that you brought that up because everybody was like, "Oh, Justin Herbert torched the Colts," and I was like, "Oh yeah, well he had over 50 passes. Of course he did."
I mean,
and
like,
then but then when Daniel Jones throws over 50 times, everybody's like, "Oh well, he got over 300 something yards because he threw over 50 times." I'm like, "You guys,
I was just about to say,
stop with the bullshit, dude."
And I was just about to say, he threw for 300 plus yards. And it's like, yeah, because you have to force the guy to keep passing. Yeah. I'm like, bro, like even when Justin Herbert did that, his team still got blew out. What's the point of throwing 50 times if you're going to get blown out? I don't care if you got Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if you got Tom Brady. I don't care if you got Peyton Manning. I don't care who you got.
Listen,
shouldn't have to throw 50 fucking times. That's not a winning formula. I don't care what you're doing.
I like when
you put up all these stats and people say, oh, yeah, he got all these passing yards. You probably got the passing yards because you ain't winning. Like, 100%. I mean, simple as that.
I mean, when Daniel Jones throws for 220 yards, we're going to win the game.
Exactly. like every single time.
I'll take
anywhere between
yards.
Anywhere between that 210 to 270, that's a win. I mean, simple as that. So, I just think that the Steelers. I think they had a really good game plan. They tried to bottle up JT. Obviously, we came out with our passing game, went right down the field. It was efficient as it's ever been. Looked really good in the first drive. And eventually the Steelers just got to a point where they started boxing in JT. They had a really good plan to put Jalen Ramsey on Tyler Warren, which we haven't seen anybody match up with him really well, but he was the first person to do it. I thought me and Matt kind of had the conversation back when we played the Chargers. We thought Derwin James would have been a really good matchup for Tyler Warren, but that didn't really work out for the Chargers. But Jalen Ramsey really played it well. And he played good. And then, like I said, back to the original point of the pass rushers. If you think about the pass rushers that I was talking about that play really well, the games that I think could be some kind of matchups that aren't really going to work too well for us, it was one of those, the Steelers. It's also the Jacksonville Jaguars with Josh Hines, Allen, and Walker that they have over there. The Houston Texans with Danielle Hunter and Anderson over there. So any team that's going to have two very good pass rushers are the ones that kind of give me kind of cause for pause, just because that athleticism and the guys that can switch it up and go from physical to speed really gives us some trouble. And then, like we talked about as well, with a very good defensive tackle like a Cam Hayward, but there's only two real defensive tackles that give Nelson McHugh those kind of troubles, and one is retired and the other one plays for the Steelers. So, like I said, I wouldn't say I'm too overly concerned. I think we just came out with the wrong game plan. I think when you face a team like the Steelers, some of these AFC North teams, some of these teams that will be physical and punch you in the mouth, you got to let go of the tricky game plans. So we're going to throw all over you. We're going to try and scheme it up and stuff. You got to get back to old school football. Yeah. You got to pound the rock. You got to punch them in the mouth first and let them know that you're going to be the more physical team. And I think that's where we lost it.
Yeah, and it ended up being ugly, but honestly, like at this point in the season, if you would have told me we'd be sitting at 7-2 with one more game to go, going into the bye week, like that's a dream come true, And obviously, you don't want a ton of games like this, but sometimes you need a little punch in the mouth. You need a game to kind of wake the guys up and say, "Hey, you're not as good as you think you are. You should be as high, whatever." So bring them down to earth a little bit, find some center again and go again. But
I mean, they are as good as they think they are.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like you don't want to get too high on yourself and think you can just roll everybody. Like kind of wake you up a little bit, if that makes sense.
I think I was more upset because you guys know me. I've been saying this for 6 years. I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers, and then you pair him with the team that I hate the most in the NFL is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and now that team is just I just hate them with everything I have. I mean, and it was just upsetting. I wanted that game to be a dominant fashion, so I could be like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a piece of shit. Pittsburgh Steelers are trash, but we got cursed. So
just one of those days.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a curse, man. I just think like it was bound to happen. Like when you're on this kind of tear, you're bound to have one bump in the road. And again,
100%.
Like, let's jump to the other side of the ball just so we can get out of the negatives of it, because offense didn't really do their part. But again, we still outgained the Steelers by over 100 yards.
For what it's worth, Pittman and Pierce had very good days. It's just the rest of the offense was a mess.
Pierce was on a shred in that game.
That's the one positive I'll give the offense.
So there's that. We outgained them by 100 yards. We still rushed for 5 yards per carry in that game. We were 6 for 14 on third down, so we were still better than the Steelers there. We were 5 for 5 on fourth down, so we were better than the Steelers there. And then we held Aaron Rodgers to 187 passing yards. If you include the sacks, it was like 203 yards passing, I think, without him. They had 38 rushing yards. I mean, our defense played out of their mind. We had 3 sacks. Latu went stupid in this game, and it doesn't even get highlighted, which is crazy as well. And then we had a fumble, and obviously we did force Aaron Rodgers to throw an interception. And then we also had more time of possession, ended up beating them by 3 minutes as well. So, again, you turn over the ball 6 times, you're going to get your ass kicked. That's basically what happened. We didn't get our ass kicked. Yeah, I was about to say that too, because some people talked about it. Do you know what the average margin of victory when you turn over the ball 5+ times is?
Oh, it's got to be up there. 21, maybe?
20-something points?
18. 18 points. That's what the team average usually wins by when you get that many turnovers. So they end up winning by 7. Again, I don't think it's anything to panic over. I think our defense played absolutely lights out. The Steelers have been really good versus some other teams, at least as far as passing and rushing wise, the last couple weeks, and they happen to lose some games. So I think it's a hiccup, little bump in the road, kind of like some little humble pie for us to make sure we stay on our P's and Q's versus everybody. But I think our defense balled out. I thought they played.
I've got nothing bad to say about the defense.
I thought some people said that DK was going to go for like 200 yards. Said that Aaron Rodgers was just going to go ballistic on us and stuff like that. So I think our defense really played well, and then we just didn't capitalize on it.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you look at it, when we start getting healthy and our defense was able to play that well, I mean, it's just going to get even better.
Absolutely.
Especially with Sauce Gardner now.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. And then we get Ward back. Like, oh, my God.
I played Madden today, and it felt a little weird seeing Downs with the number 2, though. I'm not going to lie.
Somebody said that same thing, too.
It threw me off. I was like, oh. It's ugly.
Now we need him to go for 2 and throw it to him more often, so we can't just say first downs anymore.
Yeah.
Tressa says, at first I was pissed, but knew we weren't going 16-1. They shut JT down. We gave them the ball 6 times. We still only lost by 1 touchdown. So our defense did fine. They also shut down Warren. So I'm not worried. Go Colts. Paul Nelson says, what's up, guys? May have trouble with Robinson with Buck out. Jalen Jones being back showed what getting guys back can do. Absolutely agree. And then we got one more that just dropped in. We're gonna Tressa says we're gonna redeem ourselves and beat the Dirty Birds. This is one that I have. So like a lot of people have been saying this about Bijan, and it's not that I don't think he can go crazy. I think he absolutely could go nuts. I mean, the guy, he's like Christian McCaffrey 2.0. They also got Drake London, who I was pretty concerned about before we got Sauce as well. I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. I think Drake London went for like 170 yards or something like that. And last week he had 3 touchdowns. And he didn't really do that well versus Christian Gonzalez as well. He had 1 catch on him, so it was a little bit mixed up. But my thing with the whole Bijan of it all, I think even with Buck playing, he was going to be getting his own. So a lot of people think of it as if Bijan is running in between the tackles like he's Derrick Henry or JT, like a bigger back. He's getting all his touches off tackle and some screens and stuff on the edges. So when people say this was never going to be part of the game plan for Buckner to be the kind of guy to stop him. This was always going to come down to linebackers and safeties playing on the edge and making sure we're tackling him and not letting him get yards after catch, run after catch, and stuff like that. So far,
I'll take Nick Cross over any running back.
Yeah, so I'm like I hear it with the Bijan and stuff like that. I think we do need to contain Kyle Pitts, Bijan, and Drake London. But I think we have the pieces on the edges to be able to make Michael Penix, kind of suffer a little bit. He's not all that confident in the pocket right now. I want to say he's like 0-8 or 0-6 or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the record was when he throws below 60%, which he's pretty close to it almost regularly.
Yeah.
So again, I don't think Buck has a lot to do with what Bijan was going to do, and I've been seeing that a lot this week.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, Buck's a big pressure guy. Like, he'll break into the pocket and everything, but he's not. Don't get me wrong; he can stuff a running back, but that's kind of more of a Groves forte. He's more of the run stopping nose tackle guy. So the comment makes more sense for if Grove was out. I feel like, but obviously, 100%, we're gonna feel the impact of not having Buckner.
And I mean, we've seen it.
It sucks.
We've seen it in the past with Grover being out and it impacting the run game more than it does with Buck being out. So
I obviously, like, he's not replaceable by any means. Like, Buckner is the man. But I will say Gallimore's been playing his ass off. Like, he's been starting to make a name for himself, Neville Gallimore. So if this gives him a chance to take more snaps and gives him a chance to hopefully show even more of that and show that we have another guy, it's not the end of the world as long as Buck's back after those 4 weeks. So it sucks losing him, but, hopefully we can kind of steer the ship until then with Gallimore.
I think this is one of those games that's like up in the air for me. I don't know what to expect. Like when we get down to it at the end of the show, when we start doing predictions, I don't know what to predict because it's like Atlanta's one of those teams that's unpredictable. You don't know.
They're up and down.
Yeah. You don't know who you're going to get. You don't know what type of quarterback play they're going to get. You don't know what type of defense they're going to get. It's just it fully depends on what type of game plan they come in with, and that I think is what has me concerned about tomorrow. I don't know how to predict this game.
Well,
go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
Yeah. Atlanta's a scary team for me, just because, like DeMarco said earlier, they have two edges that they get after the quarterback, and they can do speed to power. They're no-name edges. They're like Pierce and somebody else, a dude I can't.
Dude, they just drafted
from Boston College, right?
Now, but
it's like,
that's Ezeraku. He went to the Cowboys. Zach is talking about I want to say it's Jalen Walker from Georgia.
Oh yeah.
I can't pronounce. There's two edges that they have that are both hot right now. So defensively, edge pressure it's going to be there. Yeah, James Pierce and Jalen Walker, the kid from Tennessee, and then the Walker kid.
From Georgia, yep.
From Georgia, yeah.
They got James Pierce, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was a stud coming out of Tennessee last year.
Leonard Floyd, Ebiketie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the speed that they have, that's concerning. But for me, I think it all starts and ends with offense for Atlanta because, they're offensively, I feel like they're eerily similar, built to the Colts. Everything kind of runs through Bijan, just like everything kind of runs through JT with us. And then Penix Jr. Sets up a lot of stuff off the play action game. And, they have Drake London. They have Kyle Pitts. I'm not for sure who their other receivers are, but I know they have, a
Darnell
few solid.
Mooney.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney. They have a few solid pieces where when they're hot, they're hot. And I think because they're so inconsistent, I think it's very hard for a coaching staff, maybe not Shane and his staff, but to pick out something that, hey, this is what Atlanta does really well. These are their core their core building blocks offensively. How are we going to attack it? Or how are we going to attack them defensively? Because, I would love to say the Colts are going to come up and just pound the rock 50 times a game. But, it's just one of those things where I'm not entirely sure necessarily what to do with Atlanta. I think with the addition of Sauce in our defense, I hope we're able to make Penix Jr. look like we did at IU, which was atrocious. So, he was terrible at IU. It's pretty bad, bro. So I mean, that's what I hope for. But yeah, Dave Stewart, that's perfect. They are literally Jekyll, Hyde, yeah, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde of the NFL. I mean, it to me, this game, like Matt said, it's a smorgasbord of just whatever it is. But
It's a chess match, man.
yeah,
This
man,
game is
Yeah.
probably the biggest definition of a chess match because it's just both teams are very similar. I think we are ultimately the better team, but I don't think this game is going to be a blowout at all.
no.
Like I think
Yes.
it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to, and I think it's going to be pretty low scoring. And I haven't picked us to be low scoring this entire season. So
I was
Yeah,
saying the other way. I feel like it might be a high scoring affair, like back and forth.
Yeah, see,
It's supposed to rain.
me, I don't.
it always rains
This-
in Germany.
This game for me is very similar to the Pittsburgh Steelers game. The Falcons are
Years of
very
World War
good,
II.
very good versus the pass. They're terrible versus the run. Well, unlike the Steelers averaged about 25 points per game. The Falcons average about 17 points per game. So that's the real difference there, even with all the weapons that they have, which kind of works out in our favor. I like very similar, like I said, to the Steelers, but except they have Bijan in the running game is the huge difference that they have there. The main reason this game really concerns me personally, outside of their edges versus our tackles, is the fact that it's overseas. I hate overseas games. I'm telling you right now, every time some team goes over there, they start playing like a CFL team. They you just don't know what teams are going to look like. I really don't like it. Like the Jags versus the Rams game where the Jags just absolutely got obliterated. I just don't think teams play normal overseas. So I'm hoping we show up, but it's kind of just like I've thought every single week. The Colts drop 30, we'll be okay. I just don't.
It's really
I really don't see our season going any other way. As far as any game this season, I think that's the kind of offense that we have. I think that needs to be something that we continue to show. I want to see both of these secondaries though, because both of these secondaries, whoever plays the most sticky in coverage, staying tight to receivers, forcing incompletions, that's where I can kind of see this line kind of drawing towards which team.
We got.
I'm gonna go with a little to the left field here. I'm kind of concerned about the condition of the field, if I'm being completely honest.
Grass field, turf. What are we going with?
I think it's turf.
It should be grass field.
Maybe, yeah, grass. I think last week was the first week we played on grass. We did not play well.
No.
I'm also pretty sure we're playing on one of their soccer fields turned into football fields. So that's also kind of concerning to me.
We played on versus Tennessee on grass.
Did we?
This is weird. It says 90% of natural grass with synthetic fibers woven into them. I don't know what the hell.
Dumbest shit I ever heard.
So it's
supposed to be grass.
That sounds like a really good field, actually.
Maybe, yeah.
The problem is if it rains, then down where it gets to that synthetic part, it'll get real slippery. Yeah. So if we get rain, then it's gonna be a problem. But that kind of works out in our favor because Bijan is the jitterbug. So if he can't move the way he wants to move, I think that kind of works for us.
Whereas JT will just power through you, carry you with him.
Yeah. But
I think it favors
it might affect JT's fucking hop step though.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. JT got that one little his little in the hole.
To me, I'm a little less concerned about like the weather. I mean, obviously it is a concern, but I'm always concerned about like just the effects of travel on teams. Like you said earlier, anytime you have these international games, it just feels like teams aren't playing fully to their level. Sometimes you get good games, but more often than not, it's kind of like just people making mistakes they don't usually make. And we're sitting here hoping like this past week we got that out of our systems because it was just all over the field. But then you travel on the other side of the world to go play in Germany. Beautiful country, but that travel sucks, dude. Like
you also, I also look at it as it takes the routine out of things.
Yeah,
like,
and you never
what you're used to doing on a weekly basis. I think there was one week this year that we didn't follow our routine, And I can't remember what game it was, but we were away, and when we traveled late. So we didn't fly in until Saturday night, and then we played the game, and then we left. I think we were there for like 24 hours. I can't remember. I think maybe it was the Chargers game.
I think that was the Rams game.
No, it was the Chargers game because we won. Oh. We won that game. It was the Chargers game because there was some kind of weather situation. Or no, it was the
Rams.
No, the protests. Some kind of protests that was going on in L.A., and the Colts were like, well, we'll travel later just to avoid those. They traveled in. They only stayed like 24 hours in LA. So, but it did take them out of their normal routine. And that is kind of concerning to me. I mean, I know how I get when my routine's fucked up. So
I think on the flip side of it, though, like on a positive, however this goes, mistake free or full of mistakes, whatever, at least we have the bye week right after. Like that's timed very well where our international game is right before the bye. Because then no matter what happens, we have full week to reset, get healthy, get back in routine, whatever, and then chase the second half of the season. So
I gotta say I completely disagree with that.
Really?
I hate bye week.
I like
where it's at.
I agree with that part of it, but the win or loss of it, like the fact that we just came off of a loss. We're heading overseas. I think this is kind of where you got to buckle down. Like your bye week's on the way. You lose Buckner for a game for this game. He's going on IR. You just made a huge trade. I think this has to be a game where you come in, you step in. It's a must win. You have to win this game. You want to go into the bye week coming off of a win, get ready to come out and play the Chiefs, who literally everybody is going to pick us to lose against. I think this is absolute must win. I think you got to come ready to play, especially coming off of a loss where now everybody doubts you after everybody kind of fed you some BS over the last couple weeks, calling us contenders, waiting on Daniel Jones' downfall.
Rat boys, what they call
it. Yeah, every team you played sucked. Look, they play the Steelers and they lose. I think
the Steelers
this is a must
suck.
win.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Just because we played, like everybody's like, oh, the Steelers are great. That's why you guys get the fuck out of here, dude. The Steelers have been garbage all year. They're winning close games, whatever, getting lucky because it's the Aaron Rodgers and the referees. Like, I hate that.
I mean, like you said, like even if we do end up beating the Steelers, they would say that they suck. So
yeah, then they would have said
whatever to not give us credit. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Whatever's going to not give us credit, and that's why I think that this is a huge game here. We don't want to lose back-to-back games going into the bye. I think
100% agree with that part. Yeah, that's. Yeah. I'm with you there. I'm talking about more like the timing of it's perfect, but on the flip side of that, right? Like if you know you're off next week and you don't go out tomorrow, I couldn't remember what day it was for a second. If you don't go out tomorrow and play like your life depends on it for these, Germans cheering for you and everything, what are you doing? Empty the gas tank tomorrow. You got 2 weeks to get it back.
Exactly. I just don't think there's any other way to look at it. Chris said Buckner will be missed, but I feel like the depth at D tackle will be fine. Yeah, I'm really looking to see what Adetomiwa Adebawore comes up with this week. And see
he's played well every time he's been on the field. So,
yep. Dave says all routine stuff said it affects both teams. He's agreeing with me on this being a big game. Skipped it. What was it? Tressa says I would have gave him AR instead of Mitchell, but one they probably didn't want, and I don't think they can trade for someone on an IR. You actually can trade for somebody on IR as well. So I don't think they would have. Honestly, I don't think they would have wanted AR. I'm kind of tired of AR conversations. Not from you. But just like I'm on social media and people love to bring up Anthony Richardson because Daniel Jones has been playing good. And I think it's hella funny. It's like me and Matt was talking about probably 5 weeks ago. It's like with the Colts, it's literally the goalpost moves every single week on what we can't do or what we shouldn't do. Now people are saying, it went from the Colts are going to finish last in the division and we have the worst QB room to now they're saying we're going to be one and done versus the Patriots in the playoffs. So it's like it just keeps moving, and then they'll go what was it? It was trending for like 2 weeks in a row. Somebody was saying, "Hey, I miss when AR played for the Colts." Like,
what are we talking about?
To be honest, though, it's really just the fans that are talking like this. Like if you watch any actual show besides one that has a fucking retard of Nick Wright, every other like analyst of the NFL is like, no, the culture legit. Like anyone who's played the game and is now, has their own football talk shows, whatever, they're all on board with the Colts. It's literally just fans, man, and they use Nick Wright, and I'm gonna keep calling out his name. I don't give a shit. They all keep using him as like, oh well, this guy's right. This guy's right. Nick Wright's an idiot. Like
it's just his name.
We all know it. Like it's literally fans that are like, oh, the Colts are trash. Okay, cool story. We're still fucking 8-2.
Still better than your team.
We're 7-2. Whatever we are in it, 7-2. We got 2 losses. We're still tied with top
Don't
of the
worry, you
AFC.
can say you're just projecting for tomorrow. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just projecting for tomorrow. Yeah, for real. Like it's well, I really don't care. Like everyone's like, oh, like I'm in those AFC fucking South groups, and they're like, oh, the Colts are trash. Shut the fuck up, dude. We still only have 2 losses.
The same
and they both were by a touchdown, and one game was with 6 fucking turnovers, and we still only lost by a touch. Like.
And the other one was with a turnover at the goal line.
Yeah, like come on. We literally shot ourselves in the foot in both of those games. If we don't shoot ourselves in the foot in both of those games, we win both of those games, and we're having a different conversation. And then somehow the goalpost would be way the fucking right field. And
they haven't played anybody.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we do.
Like, come on.
But that same kind of like goalpost movement and just like national reaction to stuff was the same with the Sauce trade when it broke. Like even my initial reaction was, "Whoa, 2 firsts is a lot." But then you think about it, you're like, "Oh, well, we're win now." Like,
we all talked about it, and you're like, "Okay, yeah, no, this
makes perfect sense actually." Yeah, but like last year, like every single year in Ballard's run as the GM, we talk about, oh, well, he doesn't make win now trades. He doesn't go all in, this, that, and the other. And then when he does it, fans go, oh, he gave up too much. Like, no matter what we do, fans are going to react like they should have done the opposite, just so they can sound like they're just playing devil's advocate at this point.
And you said it perfectly. Fans reacted that way because you go and you watch any sports analyst, they're all like, I love the trade. The trade makes 100% sense. They didn't spend too much. This, that, and because they didn't. Chris Ballard can't draft first round picks, right? He's never really.
Say when are we gonna get an All Pro corner? Please
like come on, you're not gonna draft an All Pro like Sauce Gardner. You know what I'm saying?
Even if both first round picks were hits, are both of those guys combined going to be as good as Sauce? I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying.
The top 5 corner in the league.
And then when you think about it, really, he just made our window for a Super Bowl 2-3 years. Those are those 2 fucking first round picks right there.
It's fine. I'm with it.
I mean, I think Matt, I do have to say though, there actually has been a lot of people that said this was a bad trade for us. Like I don't know if you guys know Petey Prisco from CBS said this was an absolute bad trade.
I don't listen to the CBS or the Fox people because they literally follow and sports journalism is across the board of sports. I don't really follow them people.
I
follow football. Journalism.
I don't follow anything either. I just take in information. So this is kind of like the point, like when Zach brought up the conversation about the quarterbacks and whatnot. Like I just hear a ton of conversation all day, every single day, all week. That's why sometimes when you guys hear me say something and I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired of hearing it. It's because I done hear it like 30 different times from 60 different sources, and I don't follow these people. These are just the stuff that I listen to, and I just go and laugh about it because my thing is so like. Pete Prisco said it was a bad trade or whatever for the first round picks. My thing with it is like when everybody keeps saying these first round picks and who wins the trade or whatever, the team that wins the trade is typically the team that's got the players right now.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like, okay, the Jets got first round picks, but
cool.
What players playing right now?
They're gonna be picking our pick at 32 or 31.
Exactly.
One of the two.
So
it is
there's that part of it. Then it's like, okay, who won the trade between the Eagles and the Titans? I mean,
you see with the Super Bowl?
AJ Brown still playing pretty well over there for the Eagles. So it's just like things.
But not him, but that they're not utilizing him.
No, but I mean, he won a Super Bowl. He was an All-Pro receiver.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
I mean, he's still
and
cooking
the
up.
Titans are still trying to fix themselves after that trade.
Yeah.
I know.
So there's that part of it, and then the final part of it is, well, okay, the Jets got 4 first-round picks over the next couple years or whatever. 2 from us. 2 from us, 1 from the Cowboys, and then their own, right? But it's like, okay, what did the Jets just do with Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner being on that team for the last 4 years? What did they do? Nothing. So it's like the fact that people keep saying, "Oh, the Jets won this trade." Like, what are you gonna do with the
prove it?
Like
the
Jets when was the last time the Jets won that division?
You draft off potential.
Like
I couldn't even tell you the last time they won a division
since like
when
2000.
Chad Pennington was their quarterback,
like 2000, bro,
2002.
Like, come on, bro.
Before Tom Brady took over as the starting quarterback of the Patriots.
So my thing is, like, when everybody sits there and says who won the trade or who does this or who does that, I personally do not care. We weren't going to draft an all-pro corner. I've been telling people for years, Ballard, go pick up a free agent at cornerback and edge rusher because you can't draft them. So to me, it's all in. It's good. I'm with it completely. So yeah, I just think it's funny when people put their opinions out there. I only bring them up just so I can laugh later and have this platform to sit here and talk about it. Because when you post about it, nobody's going to see it or care. But I can sit here and speak on it. That's the whole point of it. Hey, Detrius, what are you talking about? Whoa, guys, go ahead, Trev.
I'm gonna steal Zach's line too, because Zach, you've been saying on here for a couple of years.
Fuck them picks.
Fuck them picks. Like, take the known what's the word? Commodity. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. But take what you know, get the star player. You know, the pick could be anybody. That's a mystery box. Hopefully you land them. Hopefully you get somebody good. But it's just a pick.
I always said it too. When you're drafting players, you don't know what they're going to be when they come into the NFL. I mean,
it's all projections.
It's all projections. It's all, hey, these guys played really well at the college level. They might make it. I don't care if it's a first-round pick. I don't care if it's a second-round pick or a seventh-round pick. You don't know. I mean, Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft. He's a fucking starting quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's like
this tells you everything you know. This tells you everything you need to know. First-round picks, 50% of them are bust.
Facts.
50%.
We got one on our team right now, bro.
Yeah, you can't even name all the first round picks in the last 2-3 years because half of them just aren't doing anything unless they're a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, some kind of weapon on offense. You don't even talk about them. You don't.
In 5 years. In 5 years, no one remembers the first-round pick unless they're successful.
Unless they're a quarterback. Unless they're a quarterback. And they use that quarterback 5 years later as like this guy was a bust. Let's be careful with this.
Essentially,
you know what I'm saying?
All it takes for a draft to be successful because there's 7 rounds, 3 solid picks.
Yeah, no, 1.
That's real.
1. It's like 8% if you take each team's draft class from like if you take it and put the percentage on it like 2-3 years down the road, it's literally like 1 player maybe. So it's literally I was looking it up because there was a Titans fan that was talking about it in the chat, and just like you said, Zach, with the 50%, it's like when you do the overall class of it, it's literally 8%. Like it's wild.
I didn't know
so
that.
Let's take the guy that's already proven he's an all-pro at this level. He's a star at this level. Like. Yeah. I think as football fans in general, we put too much value on draft picks. Like, obviously, they are valuable. Obviously, you need them to build your team.
I was going to do that first.
Contracts, how all that works, right? But we put way too much value on it. It's not like basketball where you get like a lottery pick and you could damn near get a for-sure
I'll
star.
say this. Draft picks are only valuable when you need a quarterback.
Facts.
First round, essentially.
If you look, I agree, Zach. Because if you look at it, it's like
once you have your quarterback, why do you have them draft picks?
Yeah, you don't need it.
You don't need them.
Yep.
I mean, I would technically say I agree and don't disagree, Zach. Just because of the fact that, like, yes, you got to have your quarterback, right?
Right.
But I think the problem is with first round draft picks is too many teams aren't calculating what the draft pick will actually be. Like they measure out, they do 2 through 7, which is why, or not 2 through 7, because those aren't even as well. So I'd say 2 through 5. And then 6th and 7th are kind of just like guys you might develop, but it's like the 2 through 5, you're actually measuring what can this guy be, what can we get out of him, and stuff like that. With the first round picks, it's like, what's this guy's potential? Yeah, it's hit or miss. What's his potential? We're drafting him because this is what he was in college, and we think he can come into the pros and be.
We talked about it before when we used to do our drafts in the offseason. We used to do all this stuff. I'm not sure if we've talked about it since you've been on the show, D, but we've talked about it. Me, Zach, Trev, Damon, Rob. Most teams in the NFL are literally built off that 2 through 5.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
They're not built. No one is built off of first round picks unless it's a first round quarterback, and that's even very rare. A lot of teams still are utilizing 2 through 5, even with the quarterback position, because they're developing. 100%. I mean, I look at Jordan Love. I mean, the dude was drafted the end of the first round. Sure, he's a first round draft pick, but it was the end of the first round, and he sat for a few years, and he plays pretty well over there in Green Bay. So it's like, you don't necessarily need an early first round pick to take your team over the top. Why not use that first round pick? Get somebody like an all pro corner that is a need.
Somebody that is proven.
Ballard did it before with Buckner. We traded a 13th pick for Buckner.
He's been a leader for us.
He's been a leader for us since. Why not? Yep. Why are we glorifying utilizing a first-round draft pick for a guy who's 22 years old and has never played a snap in the NFL?
I think too.
Yeah, it's just like what Zach said. It's like when you really need that game changer at the quarterback position, then that's when it makes sense.
That's really it, and that's if you're top 5 in the draft. That's if you're top 5 in the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, and your franchise, like the view of these picks depends on where your franchise is at, right? Like a team like the Jets, it makes perfect sense they're stockpiling on these first-round picks. They can't afford to keep paying guys like Sauce and Quinn Williams when they suck. I understand that. But we're on the complete opposite end, right? We're looking at potentially fighting for a Super Bowl in the next 2 to 3 years with the guys we have right now.
Let's look at it from New York's perspective, too. They're probably not going to use all those draft picks in the draft.
Yeah, they might turn around.
If I'm them, then they might utilize one to get a quarterback and utilize the rest to build around that quarterback with players who are in the NFL right 100%.
Now. But they
also can't afford to keep missing on quarterback because like I said, with Quentin Williams and Sauce, they didn't have a quarterback, and look where it ended up getting them. And I mean, hell, they even had Aaron Rodgers, and that didn't work out.
To me, they have a quarterback. I'm sorry, I will stay an advocate of Justin Fields. I will. I like Justin Fields.
Bro, dude can't read defenses, man. He's terrible.
You can teach that. You can teach that, but he's got. I don't know. I've always liked Justin Fields. I don't know why. I just do.
My bad, Trev. We done cut you off twice.
Oh no. I said what I wanted to say. Just about how you view these draft picks. Like that's where the value comes from. Is where your team is at. If you suck, first round picks are super valuable. For a team like us, they're not that valuable. We can spare them as long as we're contending. Now, if it all blew up and we sucked again, we'd be wanting those picks, but we're not in that position.
Our team isn't young. Our team isn't young. It's built with experience right now, and why not continue to build with experience 100%. Instead of bringing in
those are perfect points, Trev, because for one, Chris Ballard loves fucking draft picks. Yeah. So if he's giving them up, he truly sees the value in a player for one.
The fact that he went to get permission.
And for two, the second part of it is just like you said, when you're building up those draft picks, this is why me and Zach have been trying to hit it on the head for so long about with these picks. It's like our roster, you look at how we just traded A.D. Mitchell, who was a second-round draft pick. It's like at this point, Ballard, you've built up the team with depth. You got to start getting game-changing starters at this point to make this put this team over the top. And so that's what this absolutely does for us. So again, I'm gonna get to this comment here. I don't know if anybody else had anything left on it, but I just think that the people who keep calling it a bad trade, you clearly just don't know what you're talking
about. Yeah, 100%. I don't think there could have been a better trade.
Go ahead, Zach.
My philosophy is this: like right now, the Colts are winning. We got a 3 to 5 year period where we're competing to win a Super Bowl. So in that 3 to 5 year period, I look at these picks as an asset that the Colts need to use to get, as DeMarco has said, X factors, like starters, quality starters who make a difference. And then after that 3 to 5 year period, when that window shuts, and we know we're done, and the cake is baked,
Yeah.
And whether it's a Super Bowl or no Super Bowls, whatever it is, when that window closes, if that means the next decade and a half we suck, we suck.
We
But
tried.
we'll use right. We tried. And
You
as a
go in
fan,
now.
right. And as a fan, you can't be mad at that. So like
No.
I
You know,
appreciate the aggressive approach. I just
100%.
think in my opinion, this trade should have been done a year ago.
what I like about it is what it told me as a fan of something we've been tired of seeing since Andrew Luck retired is the quarterback fucking carousel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That every year we have a different quarterback. To me, this draft, this trade literally told me Daniel
It's
Jones
done.
is our future. We're done. We're not drafting a quarterback. We don't need to have that discussion going into the offseason. We're not pursuing anything but a Super Bowl now. The distractions, the mediocre quarterback play, the whatever. We have who we want, and now we're just gonna add to it. Let's go for it. And
we have our core.
That hyped me, and it was so perfect timing too because we just lost to the Steelers, and all of us were like,
It was an up and down week. Yeah,
we were in slumps, and then all of a sudden, boom, we trade 2 first-round picks for a corner that we knew we needed, and now we're all like, okay, I see the vision, I'm here for it.
100%.
So when that trade went through, I've been training a new job on first shift, and I cried, bro. I cried.
Bro, I was at work.
Cried.
This was the most Zach trade ever, dude.
And so in one of the fantasy football leagues I'm in, it's with my recruiter who put me in the Army, right?
Yeah.
And he messaged me and he tagged me in the group chat for the league, and he goes, the Colts just traded for Gardner. Like nothing came down yet. He was like, y'all just got sauce. I was like, you lying. What do you mean? And I go on Twitter. I'm trying to refresh the shit because my work has bad service. So it's like, I got to go the fuck outside. It's raining because it's Washington. And I'm sitting here trying to refresh it. And then boom, I start seeing them all. And I'm like,
no, I don't have phone service. So like, I didn't find out about the trade until I was like through in my car with you guys. So
yeah,
I'm driving home bawling, dog. Tears. Bawling because I have wanted Sauce Gardner in a Colts uniform since the day he came out.
Yeah,
like,
Zach has been saying it for a while. It's just so
dude, like I wanted the Colts to trade the farm for Sauce Gardner and move up and take him when the Jets. I was pissed. I turned the draft off the night that Sauce Gardner went to the Jets. I was like, we done messed up, man. So for him.
I think it was so exciting too because me and DeMarco were talking, and I saw DeMarco on Twitter that responding to a shit ton of people saying nothing's gonna happen. We ain't gonna make a move, and I fully agreed. Yeah. I fully agreed with DeMarco. But hey, just like we always say on the show, not all takes are good takes.
I just didn't believe Ballard was gonna completely change his ways, man, and he's been working.
Carly wants a ring, bro.
But you know what, too, man? Like we talked about this, DeMarco. If you remember, like at the beginning of the season, or even the end of last season, we were like, man, Ballard said some stuff. Like he's kind of changing his ways here. Let's see how he does it. He's done it, man. Like he's completely changed his approach to building this team, going all in on a team that can win. Like
free agency. He said, I don't like the guys I have.
Yeah, and look where it got us. I mean, so
let me say this. I think a lot of this is Carly. Like Jim.
I think so.
Jim was very much hands off, and more power to Jim, RIP. But I think Carly came in and said, "Hey, the expectation here is winning, and if you're not going to win, I'm firing you."
I 1000% agree because if you look at everything that's happened since she took over, like the accountability aspect.
Yeah, like she's came in
AR's not the starter. AD is traded away. Right? Free agent, free agency. We brought in, Ward, Bynum, like two guys we needed in the two positions of need. Trade deadline comes around and she's like, do you want to band-aid it or do you want to fix it long term? And then boom, Ballard takes it. Yeah. He runs with it, trades away two picks, trades away AD, which to me, trading AD just showed more accountability in a team that was lacking accountability for years.
Yeah, and to that point, that was the quote right there. And it's like, and that's been my thing. Like me and Zach have talked about this, Trev as well. Matt, when you kind of missed some last year, it's always been the thing where I've kept repeating for years now. It was like going back a long fucking time ago. It was receiver, take too long. Quarterback, take too long. Left tackle, right tackle, take too long. Right guard, take too long. All these positions, cornerback. Like, if you look at our cornerback room last year versus this year, it's absolutely insane how different it is.
Bro,
and
our whole secondary just looked different.
That's not even including the injury. So it's like, do we keep playing around with it, like she said? Do we keep band-aiding it? Or do we actually fix the problem long-term? And this puts us past the point to where, like, even after, like, depending on what goes down with Mooney and whatnot, he's already 28. So by the end of his contract, he'll be 31. So it's like Sauce gives us more time for him to even be here after that time is up.
Let's not forget about Jermaine Pratt, dude. Like,
yeah.
Even
those
that
small
move,
moves too. Yeah.
Even that move alone was like, okay, we're not sitting around.
Because Batchy wasn't getting the job done.
Yep, Batchy wasn't getting it done. We put the dude on IR. He wasn't even hurt, and then he was released.
See you later. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like, okay, who else? Oh boy, we made him fucking retire. Dude fucking retired.
Xavier Howard?
Xavier Howard fucking retired. Like
imagine that,
you
bro.
retire or we're cutting you.
Like, we have literally been like, you know what? If you're not fucking cutting it, you're gone. Like AD, Xavier Howard, Batchy. All three were issues that we had. Players that were reasons we lost games or reasons shit was not going our way in games. Gone. Carly's not playing, bro. And it's got to be her.
Just think about that. Think about the names that you just rattled off. Imagine somebody sitting there saying the Colts made a bad trade, and you think back 6 weeks ago, your cornerback one goes from 34-year-old Xavier Howard to a 24-year-old Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Come on,
come to think of that. Like, I didn't even think of that until now that you just say that. Like,
we're supposed to listen to you? Like, come on, bro. Like,
don't tell me I'm not supposed to be happy about this.
Listen, Carly took over, and she's saying, I want a damn Super Bowl, and we're going to do whatever we need to get there. And I'm here for it, dude. And this has probably been the most exciting season
easily
we've had since I don't know, not even then. I think maybe my entire life of being a Colts fan, that I am more excited this season than I have been.
I mean, this probably takes me. This takes me back legitimately to 09.
Yeah, when we were 14-0, when we were 14-0, and then we benched everybody. We ended up going 14-2.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. So Cody Robertson saying here, calling trades bad is just a safe option. Folks find comfort in misery. Sauce trade was outstanding. He was a great player in a bad defense with no team leadership. Now he's a great player on a good defense with team leadership. And then he also says Rams have proven time and time again you don't need early picks if we're being honest. Move them picks for great players and win in the middle of drafts like great front offices do. And that was the part that I was literally just about to add into right after that, because I was just about to say we don't have first round picks, but where has Chris Ballard struggled anyway outside of Q, Warren, and now that Latu's looking like he's finally stepping up into that position, those were all top 15 picks, and it's like Ballard excels in those middle rounds, and I want to say we were number 2 on homegrown players. So this fits perfectly what we're going to do. So even when we get down this road of, hey, we got to pay Jones, we got to pay Pierce, we got to pay Cross, it's like we still have the point where we can draft and bring guys in into the plays, just kind of like the Eagles do when they just keep moving them.
Let's not talk about how so we talked about this in the group chat, and D, you haven't been in there, but I even brought this up to Trev. 2 first-round picks. The cap space that those 2 picks bring, we don't have to worry about.
Frees up that space.
Those first round picks cap space is a hell of a lot more than a second round pick.
12 mil or something. Like it's
we don't have to worry about that.
It's going up. So I want to say that where we would have picked would have probably been around 12.
Yeah. So what I mean is it's like you now traded away 2 first round picks for the next couple years. Now we have even more cap space to have to be able to bring people back. The Daniel Jones, Alec Pearson, Nick Cross. We start looking at other guys. Like I can't remember the entire list, but me and Trev were talking about
there's a lot of guys coming up.
There's a lot of guys coming up that we have to pay. And to be completely honest, I would like to keep a lot of Braden
like
Smith.
90%. Yeah.
Braden Smith is coming up.
Nick
I don't.
Cross.
He can walk.
Yeah, I was about to say,
He can walk because you got that Travis dude out of Iowa State who's like 6'9".
Okay, I'm okay with that too. That's fine.
He can walk.
But either way, there's a lot of big contracts.
There's a lot of big names. I mean, you got Kwity Paye, and at this point, I don't know if I really want to let Kwity Paye walk.
I'm not keeping Kwity Paye.
I think that's DeMarco's new person on his shit list, dog. Kwity.
No, I get it because you guys know I've not been a big fan of Kwity Paye. Every year, you guys have been like coming into this season saying, I hope Kwity Paye's breakout year. And I'm like,
never have.
Fuck Kwity Paye. You guys know I'm not on the Kwity Paye train, but the depth of our edge is not that great.
I'd rather just keep re-signing Tyquan Lewis at the cheap ass.
Tyquan Lewis is my guy. Like he's another Ring of Honor. Come on.
How long have I been screaming? Matt. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm just saying, like, if we had to choose between re-signing Kwity Paye or re-signing Tyquan Lewis.
I'm re-signing Tyquan Lewis.
Yeah, I'm taking Tyquan Lewis.
He's a cult lifer, all right?
And it's like you said.
He's the Ashton Dolan of my heart, all right? I fucking love Tyquan.
I just think that, like, what Kwity Paye offers for us, I think he's serviceable. But my thing is like, it's kind of like when you look at Deo last year, who got $16 million from the Bears.
I hated Deo. I hated Deo
on his other side. So he got 2 Achilles torn. And so
he's going
I couldn't stand Deo. That fucking dude was trash.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if I like the only way I'm re-signing Kwity is if he were to take like $6 million a year.
It depends on.
I just don't believe.
I'm not saying it. I mean, the list was extremely long. I can't remember everybody that was on it, but I know me and Trev talked about certain people we would like to keep, which is clearly Alec Pierce, Nick Cross are our top 2.
Time out. Got a question for you.
Go ahead.
The Colts now have the highest paid secondary in the NFL. You think they bring back Cross?
We got the highest paid
yes.
defense.
We need to keep Cross. We need to keep Cross because, to be honest, Nick Cross he's like he's a run stopper fucking safety. Like, that dude is he's been cleaning it up. He's been cleaning it up for mediocre linebacker play. If 100%. Let's be real. 100%. Our linebackers have not been great. Zaire has not been great.
No,
Pratt, I think is still trying to get used to the scheme of things, but he's been making good decisions and kind of doing what he's doing. But our linebacker room is the weakest of our defense, and Cross has literally been a cleanup crew for that. He's like the linebackers janitor.
So what are you gonna pay him?
Okay, so real quick. So hold on, real quick. I'm gonna just rattle these off real quick. I'm just gonna name the guys who actually have guarantees that are going to be free agents in 2026. So, number 1, Daniel Jones, Samson Ebukam. I am going to name Braden Smith, but he doesn't have guarantees.
Ebukam can go. That dude's as old as me.
Kwity Paye is at 13. Tyquan Lewis is at 6.
I'm going Cox, Tyquan. I'm taking Tyquan.
Danny Pinter, Alec Pierce, Neville Gallimore, Nick Cross. Then it drops all the way down the list. Eric Johnson and Andrew Ogletree. And then there's also Mike Hilton on that list, but he wasn't only on 1 year.
Everybody but Grove.
Ogletree can go.
So
I think Grover can. I don't even want to resign Grover.
No. What? Huh?
Well, these depend too on, like, the guys we can get in the draft.
Bro, Grover's not on that list. It'll be 2027 for Grover, Buckner, and Kenny Moore would be 2027.
Yeah. I mean, Daniel Jones is obviously a must re-sign, and you hope he takes a team-friendly deal.
Hey, holy hell! 2027 is about to get ugly.
So that's what Matt and I were talking about in the group chat. Is like, and obviously this could be a whole episode later.
Pittman, Buckner,
JT,
Nelson,
Taylor,
JT, Stewart, Kenny.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's all of our best players.
God.
Yeah. So
all of our best players.
Here's what I'm seeing right now. 2026 on Over the Cap: Daniel Jones, Ebukam, Braden Smith, Tyquan Lewis, Kwity Paye, Mo Alley Cox, Jermaine Pratt, Danny Pinter, Alec Pierce, Gallimore, Nick Cross, Abdullah, Treadwell. Like, the list goes on a little bit, but
Ballard
when
gonna
you
have to have one.
when I go down
class.
this list a little bit more, I'm like, all right, half of these guys, more than half of these guys, I don't care. All I care about is Daniel Jones. I care about seeing how Jermaine Pratt might blend in with our defense as the season goes on. Re-sign him,
but he's
Danny
30.
Yeah,
you give him like a 2-year deal.
Him 1 year deals.
Yeah, 1
Dog,
year or
he's 30. I'm not signing anybody 30 years old unless they're like a difference maker.
Okay, so then you guys are like the college experts. 2nd round pick linebacker.
You can get a
dime a dozen.
Red,
you can get a guy.
Red Murdoch out of Buffalo.
I'm taking the guy from Indiana.
I already got my 2nd round linebacker.
Give me that Rodriguez kid from Texas Tech.
But me on this list, I'm literally signing the unquestionable to me is DJ, Tyquan, Cross, and Alec Pierce. Those are my unquestions. Those guys, all 4 of those need to be re-signed. Tyquan, you guys know how I feel about him. That dude is.
My problem with
he is probably the most technical edge that we have. He's very good at.
Yes, Tressa. Kenny got one more.
He's very good at closing off the edge. He's very good at reading when there's a bootleg, and he always ends up keeping that pressure on the quarterback.
Okay.
He just got to stay healthy, though. But my problem with
but that's
Nick
why I
Cross
like
and
that.
Alec Pierce. One of those guys got to decide to take less to stay with a good team.
I think Alec Pierce might.
If neither one of them do, we're not keeping them both.
But I think Alec Pierce might, to be completely honest. I think the only way he might leave,
especially now that we brought it his buddy.
I got a question. Though.
Yeah,
this is my question. Can Sauce rework his extension, or is that even allowed?
No, we don't need to worry about Sauce's extension. So the way his deal is set up, we don't get hit with $28 million until 2028. So that's after the big 2027. We're only paying about $20 million. Actually, it's only $800,000 this year. 2026 to go up to $20 million. 2027 also like $21 million, which is great for a top tier corner. And then it goes up to 28 after 20.
So it's backloaded.
Yeah. So we don't have too much to worry about until after we figure out that 2027 class, and that's after our 2 first-round picks. So
our highest
part is we got to pay that like the Daniel Jones all the way to Pierman, JT, and all
if you look at our cap, our highest paid player right now is Michael Pittman Jr.
Right.
That'll change.
And Daniel Jones is going to take a Baker Mayfield type deal. I really think it's going to be like a 3-year, $100 million type deal.
I think he's taking right in between.
I'm trying to see if Sauce Gardner is on here. I don't think.
I think it's going to be 3-year, and it's going to be like 40 to 45 million a year.
I agree. I
agree.
I said that as well earlier in the group chat. Like, there's a list of guys. It's like from like Goff to Stafford, or maybe not Goff. I don't remember who it was, but it was like Baker, Stafford, like that kind of range. The guys who he's kind of comparable to are all making right around that 40.
So Sauce is making 1.2 million off.
And we're on right. No, he's only 800 this year. The Jets already paid most of that.
Yeah. So well, his cap, his base salary is $1,250,000. So that's not even really.
It's his last year of his rookie deal.
We're getting a rookie deal version of him right now.
Which is nice.
Alec
Pierce right now is making $3 million.
Is he?
I think.
Yeah. He's making $3,656,000.
It's the last year of his rookie deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just looked at his
guaranteed money is 0, so he's still on his rookie deal. So we only have one person. We only have one player right now who is. Oh, never mind.
Okay, because
I was reading that wrong.
There's more money. We can create more money by declining AR's 5th-year option.
Yep.
So we do that gets declined. That frees up $21 million.
That's 100% happening. I don't even think that's a question.
Yeah, we're not going to pay him. We're not going to pay him $15 million. So.
That frees up $15 million.
That might pay to fix his eyes.
Yeah.
Good
luck, brother.
Good loser.
This is my opinion. I've said this before. I don't think Kenny Moore gets another deal from the Colts. I think he gets replaced with Lamons.
Kenny Moore is also getting paid.
No, not Lamons. Kenny Moore's deal is not coming due until 2027.
Right, but after 2027, he's going to be washed anyway.
But we're not worried about that because Wally is coming back. So
Kenny Moore is good through 2028. 26?
27 and 27.
27, but his base salary for some reason says void. I don't know why, but
because he got a bunch of guaranteed money.
Yeah,
but he's only so his 2026 he's getting paid the most, which is 13 mil. And then 2027 he's only getting about 2.8. So
right. And then because Zaire's contract is when's Zaire Franklin's contract up? After this year?
Let me go back. Hold on. I'm pulling back up. Zaire Franklin. I'm trying to find him.
2028.
God damn.
Are we for real?
Yeah.
Dude, he's getting stupid money to be terrible.
It might have to be an off-season trade.
He's going to get cut, bro.
No, 2027. 2027.
Okay.
Either way, though,
but that year he makes the most of his money, so we need to cut him beforehand so that he only gives us like a 5 mil hit. Like if we release him,
he's guaranteed 17 million in 2028.
I'm looking at him right now. It's only saying until 2027, and
he's not playing. He's not playing $17 million a year money.
Maybe 6.
Over the cap only has him until 2027.
I'm looking at it right now. Same page.
Me too. 2027.
Either way, though, like just with the main point being, we have all these guys in the next 2 years that we have to pay. Getting rid of those first round picks clears up some space, and then too, it signifies we need to go all in for these next 2 years, because whether we re-sign half those guys, 80% of them, whatever we work out, this team is going to look very different by 2027, 2028. So go all in right now while we have them here. Try to win a Super Bowl, and then come what may after that big 2027 class.
Bro, I just realized the Colts game is on in 12 hours.
It'll be an early one.
Shit, dude.
All right, so pot up until the game starts. No, I'm just playing.
Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Let's do an international live episode and just watch the game.
I just think
we might make it to you.
I just think at some point in each of those classes, I think Ballard just got to decide on 2 guys for each of the class. You make sure you keep 2, and then you start planning to replace, and then you still have free agency available. So I think that's just how it's got to work out. But like I said, I think the 2 through 5 rounds, that's where you want somebody to excel. I think that's where Ballard does excel. And then we also can't get lost in the fact that we got to pay offensive linemen in there as well. So that's going to be something that
I will say linebacker.
We just locked up Big Bernie. We got to make sure right tackle will end up being secure. I think drafting and replacing linebackers.
Yeah, definitely replace linebackers. That to me, going in the offseason is our biggest position of need.
Well, and we're set up perfect for it too, with our first pick being in the second round, because you very rarely see a linebacker go first round. So all the best linebackers are still sitting there in the second round. We can easily get one of the best guys if that's our first pick. Yeah, I think it's our biggest need right now.
And I also think, I know Zach is probably going to hate this, but I think you just pay.
Hey, running backs.
I was just about to say. I think you just pay JT until the wheels fall off.
I knew exactly where you were going when you said Zach was going to hate this.
I think you just pay JT until the wheels fall off. I'm not saying he has to get some crazy contract or anything down the road, but I think what he's done, I think you keep him a lifetime Colt. Don't do him like Marshall Faulk. You let him play it out.
Give him,
Zach,
give him a
predictable, bro.
Predictable.
He's already stressed, bro.
That already stressed me out. So I'm like, damn, dog. Like, is he under 30?
We have to, though. We have
to.
I don't care if he's over 30. You guys.
As soon as he says your name, I knew he was gonna go JT.
I do. As soon as you hit 30 in the NFL, you're old, man. I don't care the position besides quarterback.
But
dude,
way,
as soon as you hit 30, I feel old.
I hate seeing great running backs fall off and decline. Whenever it does finally inevitably happen to Jonathan Taylor, it needs to happen in a Colts jersey. We need to get every ounce of his talent that we can. And then when he falls off, Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame, thank you for everything. We'll get you replaced.
I agree. Yeah. He needs a third contract, and the Colts need to run him until his knees are gone, until they're nuts. Like if we're gonna pay that man a third contract, you need to look at JT and say, bro, I'm going to run you until you get hip replacement surgery.
Your name is going to be on the stadium.
But see, Zach, that's exactly the thing. So just like you said, until running backs hit 30. So we don't have to pay him until 2027 again. He'll be only 28 years old, and then you can give him a
2-year deal.
a 3-year, $15 million deal where he's only making $5 million a year or something like that. $5-6 million.
He can be RB2. I don't even care. Draft a young kid and put the young kid as the starter and say, "Hey, JT."
Up,
unless he has an All-Pro season at 2028, and then we're screwed. Or
pay him again,
I'm not paying him a fourth contract.
I was about to say I'm with you, Zach. If he has an All-Pro season at 28 years old, that's where we get screwed,
bro.
We'll overpay him. We'll overpay him.
Hell no. Right. Right, dog.
No, I'm
at that point he deserves to be overpaid, dude. If he's all pro at 32,
I don't want to.
It's okay if he robs us.
No, not at 32. I'm saying at 28. Like we gotta hope he has a. We gotta hope he has.
I thought you were talking late in his career.
No, we gotta hope he has a solid season at 28. If he has all pro, we're screwed. So I don't want to overpay him at 28 because then he'll turn 29 and then his numbers will just.
How old is Derrick Henry? He's like what, 31, 32?
Derrick Henry's the anomaly.
Okay, what if Jonathan Taylor? He's like the cut from the same.
No.
Yeah, Trev, I just don't think you could do it with where.
Hey, we're gonna revisit this conversation in 3 years. All right.
I look forward to it.
Derrick Henry.
I'm on JT train. So is
again,
JT
look,
the best running back in the league?
I'm all for paying players, but I'm with Zach on this one. I don't want to have to go
3 years. We'll see.
5-6
I understand
million.
the logic of what y'all say. 100% understand.
I don't want to go above 5-6 million when you're going into 30 for the running back.
When we signed JT to a second contract, I got pissed off. We're gonna sign him to a third contract.
How you feel now?
He's not done anything yet. No MVP yet.
Bro, come on.
Not until the season's over.
7-2. We would not be 7-2 without him.
Once the season's over, I'll feel some type of way about it. I still think the Colts overpaid.
Right
That's
now?
a crazy take. That's a crazy take.
Oh yeah. I hate paying running back.
I know, but that was crazy.
I'm with you later on, but right now he's worth every penny. Right?
We're not 7-2 without him. It's that simple.
So
we're not.
Listen, once the season's over, I'll say it was money well spent. But during season, my opinion is
I feel like it should be the other way around. Like
during season, I want to focus on ball. So so far, he's earned his money. But at the same time, he could fall off a cliff next week.
But we'll
be like, well, damn, dog. After the Pittsburgh game, he kind of pissed the bed. Is he really worth that money? I need
because until his speed goes away. As long as he has his speed, I just don't.
Sure. I just need to see him finish his season out, and then I'll be like, yo, hey, he's worth every penny. But if we got to pay this man a third contract, I'm gonna be mad as hell. So the Colts.
Zach didn't even want to give him a second contract, let alone.
No.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, you were right about fuck them picks. You're wrong about this one. You're dead wrong.
Yeah. Again, I just think that when it gets to a point, if you have to pay him a third contract, that just means things are going really well. But like I said, I'm with you as long as that third contract is about $5 to $6 million a year.
If he has an
all-pro season at 28 years old, 27 years old, we're screwed because we're gonna overpay him, and then it ain't gonna be good.
If he ages like Derrick Henry,
it's gonna be great.
But if he looks anything like y'all remember when LT got old on the Jets?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro. I don't want that.
Or DeMarco Murray and Philly.
But that's different because LT was 32 at that time. The Jets were stupid for overpaying him. That's different.
But you remember how slow LT looked, and you're like, "Damn, dog."
And that's why I say it's different. As long as he keeps his speed, that's the problem with running backs. Because once you lose that speed, it ain't like wide receiver where you can just be a little bit smarter. You gotta have speed.
I mean, the Colts got robbed when they paid T.Y. Hilton after Luck left. So, that's what I worry about. They just handing out stupid money just because, he needs to be a Colt for life.
Nah,
I got the logic. I understand the logic for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying we got to be smart with it. We got to just be careful. Just make sure, when he gets
the salary cap off, it's fake.
It is.
Pay everyone. Pay everyone.
You can work some magic with it.
Let's pay some other people because the year after we gotta pay Latu if he turns out to be what I think.
I hope this offseason the Colts just get busy and pay guys early. And then they just get ahead of this 2028 thing. Straight up.
I hope we pay Daniel Jones after this week. I hope we pay Daniel Jones on Tuesday morning.
I think it's
I'm
really
with that.
it really might
Get that
happen.
deal.
When
Get
we
that deal
extend
done.
him,
Yeah.
I may have to order his jersey because I just always have, the
I
quarterback.
think it's a done deal.
I'm
I
not.
think that deal's
I'm
already
not
been
getting.
done.
I'm not getting no more jerseys unless you get an All Pro in this Colts
Nah, me.
uniform. I'm
Nah,
done.
me. Nah, me. I'm getting my Sauce jersey, boys. Like it's done. It's done happening.
It's already ordered, shipped on
No more
Amazon. It's on the
Bro,
way.
as soon as that thing
Hey,
goes live and I can get it online, I told
I'm
Matt.
waiting. I'm waiting for the
I need the All Pro.
I'm waiting for the Colts to drop their rivalry uniforms for next year because I feel like they're going to be all black.
Oh, that black one's gonna be nice.
Yeah, if
I told Matt.
if they drop that black for the rivalry uniforms,
Wait,
I'm
they already
that.
dropped it, right?
No, they didn't drop it yet.
They did.
No, so they put jerseys up for sale on an NFL Pro Shop.
NFL.com. Yeah.
Yeah, but they haven't released anything about the actual rivalry uniforms yet.
Yeah.
They don't get dropped until 2026. Like they're not going to release anything about them until then.
I swear, if they have us do our rivalry jerseys versus anybody other than New England, I'm gonna lose it.
Well, I think it's gonna
I'm
be
just
all
saying it better be
divisional.
fucking black because they already put black jerseys on the goddamn website.
I
gonna
thought
be
it was
silver.
a divisional thing. I might be wrong.
It's gonna
about
be
that, but I
silver.
thought I read that.
Hey, the Colts used to have silver pants, right? And they go back in history. So like I think you could definitely see like a silver and white look or like a
You just
silver
don't want to
and
look like
black.
the Raiders, though. You're going to stink just by
silver-
looking like them.
Right. Like or a gray. Like I think it'll be like that gray that you like, Matt. So like that gunmetal gray look. Yeah.
Boise? Yeah.
Or it'll be a black look. Those
Give us
are
a blue field too. Why not?
bro.
Just go all in.
We need to drop a fucking history uniform too and have that goddamn Baltimore logo on there and that shit's fire.
Do you want Baltimore to get super pissed at us?
Fuck Baltimore.
I don't give a fuck about Baltimore. Fuck them.
Let them be pissed.
That city's garbage for a
They're
reason.
pissed anyway. They have to live in Baltimore, bro.
For real. They have a fucking get out of here,
They're
dude. Their fucking highway system is like a woman's brain, dude.
No, but as I said before, I'm gonna go
We
bankrupt
got to wrap. We got to.
off jerseys just because I'm buying a Sauce jersey. Like that's going to happen, whether I buy it for myself or get one for Christmas, and then any other extra money that I save up and buy for is gonna be hockey jerseys.
I ain't getting forward. Last time I did that, man, I cashed out when we had all them damn All Pros, and then it done backfired on me.
Bro,
The last Colts jersey I got was
an AR
good.
jersey, and I'm about to donate that shit to the homeless.
I got this Matt Ryan jersey.
They might give it back, bro.
You got a Matt Ryan jersey?
Oh yeah.
I don't watch the win.
God.
No,
Matt Ryan.
he's getting naked on the show. This is crazy,
Oh my God. I can't believe you bought that.
bro. That's
Dude, I could
that
smell
dude.
it through the screen.
I have a
that's
Wentz. I definitely have a Wentz jersey,
I guess-
but I thought we were gonna keep Wentz.
I guess I can't talk because I got a damn Strong jersey.
Bro, I got a Jacoby Brissett jersey.
Hey, just
Like-
think,
I got a damn Mike Strong jersey.
That's
There are
every
Colts
season.
fans. There are Colts fans who have a Chad Kelly jersey. All right, let's.
At least that's like kind of funny though. Matt Ryan just makes me sad, bro.
Yeah.
Even when he's on CBS, every time he pops up, I'm reminded.
I was not happy about his signing, so there was no way I was buying anybody.
I wasn't either. I was
Bro.
not excited about that at all.
I got Matt Ryan and Carson Wentz on discount at like Target. It was like $5 for two Colts jerseys, and I was like,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, that's how I
Hell
got.
yeah.
That's how I got my. That's how I
Carson
got my
Wentz.
Wentz.
I was
That's how I got
definitely
my
excited about Wentz. I was
Yeah, I
excited
got-
about Wentz. So I
that's
ain't
how I
even
got
gonna
my
lie.
Wentz in my
I
Strong
ordered that
jersey.
shit as soon as we brought Wentz over. I was like, all right, order.
Yeah, that's how I got my Wentz in my Strong jersey. That sucks.
It was like
But,
2 for 2. So I was like, all right, cool, done. Got him.
Let's jump into some panic or patience, man.
All right.
Let's do it. So, Colts, we're gonna do it. I know I kind of jumped into it a little bit from the beginning, but 6 turnovers, 5 sacks versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, ugliest game of the entire season. Are we having panic or patience on the Colts' performance on Sunday?
Patience, no more needed to be said.
It was
Patience.
Anomaly,
I'm patient.
yeah. We talked
it was
about
anomaly.
it. Patience. We'll look a lot better
I'm-
tomorrow. I damn near guarantee it.
I'm kind of mid. Depends. Here's why I say that. I'm panicking on the Colts O line for a repeat performance, but I'm patient on Danny Dimes' turnover situation. I don't think he's the
It
problem.
was because of the O-line, yeah.
So yeah, like I'm concerned because we can't have back-to-back weeks like that as a whole line. Like that's unacceptable. But Danny Dimes' turnover issues, I'm not worried about. That's patience all day.
All right, let's jump into the next one. Injuries, man. Panic or patience? Like we lose somebody almost every week or every other week, especially on the defensive side of the ball. It's just gotten ridiculous. We lost pretty much our entire, like half of our starting secondary, went back to undrafted guys. Then we get into DeForest Buckner ended up going on IR. Luckily, right now they're not saying season ending. But injuries, man, it's just been ridiculous for us this year. Jalen Carlisle still hasn't come back. Are we having panic or patience on injuries?
I'm a little half and half, man. I'm saying patience because we got the bye week right there. As long as we come out tomorrow healthy, but Buckner's worries me a little bit, especially being the neck. Like that's something that can just keep nagging you and just keep reflaring up at his age as well. So Buck, I'm a little concerned about, but everything else, I'm kind of patient.
I'm patient all the way. This team has shown me the depth that they have, and guys have stepped up. So for me, it's patience. Like let guys get healthy. I'd rather have them be healthy for when it matters in the playoffs, because all the Colts got to do is take care of each week. We essentially got 6 weeks, so we got 2 games, really 4 weeks. We got 2 games versus Jacksonville and 2 games versus Houston that to me are must wins. And as long as we win that division, I ain't worried about anything else. Like so, patience on the injuries because we got depth.
Yeah, I'm patient on this just because of the fact that we've had a hell of a lot of injuries in certain areas, and we're still sitting at 7-2. So sitting at 7-2 with the amount of injuries we've had, especially in the secondary, which is a very important part of the field. Yeah, I'm not panicking at all. I think we have good depth behind DeForest Buckner. I am a little worried about Carlisle not being back yet, though, but I'm still not panicking.
I'm the only reason I'm not in a full blown panic. I'm panicking here, actually, guys. But the only reason I'm not in a full blown panic is as long as our offense can keep scoring 30, like I said before. I think it's pretty tough to win when an offense is scoring that much. But dude, it's just been ridiculous. We know the Colts as a history. We are the cardiac Colts for no other reason than we always end up falling off at some point, man. And I'm really hoping the injuries don't derail us. We got Tyquan Lewis out. Gould is out. Who else was there? Samson Ebelcom is out. Carlisle still hasn't come back. We just lost DeForest Buckner. We lost Jalen Jones for some time. We lost Charvarius Ward twice this year already. AR.
How did you retire?
I mean, like, God damn, dude. Like, oh my Jesus. Every time I hear a fucking injury, I'm ready to like shed a tear, dude, because I just am like, I'm so glad.
There was concern about Daniel Jones too with the concussion.
I mean, oh my God, the one hit he took in was it like the week 2 or 3 game where he got absolute popped. Like I just like I'm so glad we traded for Sauce just because of the whole injuries of it. I thought our secondary would have been our downfall, but thank God that Jalen Jones came back, played well, and we traded for Sauce. But just, man, I just have had enough of the injuries, and I'm really hoping it doesn't derail us. So if it wasn't for our offense being the way that they are, I'd be in a full-blown panic. But it got me pretty worried.
Yeah, at least weather the storm and get everyone healthy for the playoffs,
Yeah, absolutely. And then what else? No, I think that was it. I think that was the only panic or patience that I had. Just had 2 for this week. I don't think anything else. I think obviously our offensive performance was an aberration. I don't think that's something that we'll see consistently.
Nah.
We'll see how different matchups kind of affect us and how we go into them. But I think the loss that we took versus the Rams and the loss versus that we took versus the Steelers, we'll see how we turn out tomorrow. But it's overseas, so I'm kind of
that's the only thing that
iffy about it. Yeah, I'm a little iffy about it. But I do think it's lesson learned rather than oh my God. So that was it for those 2. Let's jump into predictions, boys. What do we got? Colts versus Falcons. We are the designated home team.
Y'all go ahead because I don't fucking know.
All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and start us off because I already got a score, man. I got Colts 30-19.
I got Colts 35, Atlanta 17.
Like I said, DeMarco is fucking Cynthia. That's fucking Cynthia over there with the fucking weird ass prediction numbers.
I'll take Colts as well, but I'll take it a little bit closer just because I think Atlanta's a very up and down team. So I'll say Colts like 31-24, something like that.
No, I think Penix Jr. is gonna throw 2 picks. Like he's gonna force some stuff. He's gonna force himself. So like I said, Colts 35, Atlanta 17.
Matt, you got one?
Well, yeah, I'm
bouncing around.
I don't think we're scoring 30.
Really?
I'm going to go just 27-24, and I am picking the Colts, but I think it's going to be ugly.
It's tough. It's hard with these travel games, dude. You never know what you're going to get.
For one, it's an international game. Atlanta, I don't know what to expect from them.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the Colts are going to play ugly. I just think it's just going to be a
kind of like the Arizona game where they just like
I think it's just going to be one of those weird games that we're just like, I don't think there's going to be many turnovers. Atlanta might turn over 1 or 2. We may have a turnover, maybe potentially, but I just think it's going to be one of those games where we're like, what is happening? Like, I don't know why.
Still waking up watching the game.
Hey, that's the overseas games, and that's how I feel every single time I watch one of those games. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like the Jets and the Broncos, like the Jets and the Broncos game. That shit looks special ed, bro. Like, what are we doing out there, dog?
Like, I really fully expect it to be like, I'm probably gonna be waking up. It's 6:30 in the morning, so I'll be up at 6 o'clock to watch the pregame, and then I'm going to be sitting there watching the game just half asleep, like, what the fuck is going on in this game? Like that video of that blind kid playing football? Like that's kind of what it's going to feel like, I feel.
Yeah.
What? There's a video of a blind kid playing ball?
Oh, yeah, dude. And the song that they use, too, is What the Fuck is Going On? It's so funny, dude.
I know what you're talking about. It might be a little bit like, as long as we come out on top, dude. 8-2 going into the bye week.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to see. Tressa says 34-24. And then one last thing here. Tressa says, I think Pierce needs to wear a safety cap because concussions. Hey, I'm totally with it. I'm for it for the whole team. I also think that Pierce and Ward should be required to wear guardian caps, just point blank period. That's
just 100%, bro.
Dave said, like our game versus the Pats overseas was laying in quicksand. Yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, I just think as long as our offense do what they're supposed to do, I think we'll be all right. But these overseas games, man, are always ugly, man.
Always.
Anything else before we wrap up, boys?
Colts dub tomorrow. Count on it.
Let's go. Colts get the win. So appreciate everybody for coming out. Joey saw you earlier in the comments. Appreciate you and the guys over at ZTV. Appreciate everybody who drops in.
We had a pretty decent amount of
all y'all, man.
Hey, remember,
thank you.
Getting that consistency back.
Taxes and JT's getting 3 TDs.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, if you guys really like watching us, please help us out. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, things like that.
And YouTube,
so we can bring some more content. No, screw YouTube. Wherever you listen to podcasts,
YouTube, man.
Wherever you listen to podcasts, on your phone, whatever, when you're driving into work, listen to us. You can continue to drop comments if you want, but Spotify, Apple Podcasts for sure.
Thank y'all very
much. As always,
go Colts.
Second down, he fakes the Taylor, fires over the middle, completes. Pittman